Hello, everybody. My name is Angie Peacock. I'm a psychiatric drug withdrawal consultant and a healing coach who helps people that are coming off psych drugs. I like to bring you stories about people that have successfully come off, who have healed. It's not an easy ride for most of us, and today you will hear Safa's story. It was not an easy ride for him. I met Safa, I think, was it like a year and a half ago?
Yeah,
Maybe?
yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
one year.
He was in contact with Brooke Seam, who wrote the book May Cause Side Effects. And then Brooke said, hey, this guy really needs help. He's in Iran, of all places. Can you please help him? And thanks to the time zone, he was able to come to one of our groups, and we supported him while he was in acute withdrawal here and there when he needed it the most, probably. And we normalized his experience, and he heard from others that had the same experience, and I think that helped him hang on a little. So you will hear from Safa today. Safa, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm so excited and grateful to be here. Thanks for accepting me. It's such an honor to be here.
Thank you. And one thing I want to share that so that others can hear this. I do work internationally, so I work with people from Israel, from Eastern Europe, from a lot from Australia, New Zealand, and often I think the mainstream thinks that this is only a Western problem, that America and the UK and Europe are the ones that have the issue with overprescribing. But hearing Safa's story from Iran, I assure you, I could almost say it's almost worse over there. So can you share, how did you come to be put on psychiatric drugs in the first place, and then what kind of treatment did you get, and like what happened?
Sure, sure. Actually, it started 3 years ago when my OCD got a little bit worse. I have to clarify on that because many people have a misunderstanding. OCD itself it can get worse. You give it power by doing compulsions and safety behaviors that you make it to become more stronger. So that's the one point because it's very important in OCD community because and after that I went to psychiatrist because I was doing a lot of compulsion. I had health anxiety, and I read a lot of things about one particular disease that it was infectious, and I got tested many times. So after a while, I developed severe anxiety and depression, and that led to me to go to psychiatrist, and he prescribed me Prozac. After 2 weeks, I got severe adverse effect like severe depression and suicidal thoughts, and I think it was akathisia. I don't know. I'm not sure, but
Mm-hmm.
I was terrified and I freaked out. I was kind of collapsed. My mother and my parents gathered around me and they called ambulance. It was terrible. So after that, I said, I'm
But
not.
Safa, did you think like I'm mentally ill now? Like you didn't recognize that this could be a bad effect from the drug?
Yeah, my parents say that you are making that up. Everyone taking medication, so you're not exception one. So you have to give it a time, and that's what my psychiatrist says me. You have to give it a time. Although I was in severe anxiety mood, but he asked me to just bear, tolerate this situation. So
Mm-hmm.
after that I got the worst panic attack of my life, and I was kind of dying that day, and
Mm-hmm.
I was I was very in bad situation. After that, I said to myself, I'm not gonna take another medication. I'm done with it. But
Mm-hmm.
after after 2 weeks, I was find myself with different types of side effects. Realizations, disconnected from the world, and I think like a zombie, and everything was weird. So after that I was terrified. I decided to go to see another psychiatrist. I wish I wouldn't do that. I'm so regret about this. And after that, he said to me that you have a bipolar gene, and this medication activated that. But I said I knew that I don't have bipolar because I don't have a background of bipolar. I don't have any symptoms of that. He said we have a spectrum of bipolar, and because you reacted like this, we can diagnose you with bipolar. And I got
Mm-hmm.
my first hospitalizations, and the polypharmacy began. one medication after the another, and it leads to have a lot of different side effects. And after a while, I got tolerance to this medication. I had in the community we say poop out withdrawal. Am I right? Poop
Yes,
out
that's
withdrawal.
right.
Yeah. I had severe side effects with the interaction of all medications. And
What kind of side effects did you experience, Safa? Like while you were taking them?
you know, while I was taking it, I was feeling depressed and some panic attacks at first. But after a while, you know, it's so interesting. These medication have different mechanism in every single person. It was so weird that my themes of OCD that has been solved many years ago, it come back. It was so weird. And most of the psychiatrists said it's the progress of your mental health condition and this kind of stuff, you know, gaslighting. And I had very severe emotional blunting. I couldn't feel my emotions, and I had a severe cognitive impairment, and I was so restless. I was feeling so restless while I was on Klonopin, Zoloft, lithium, Pimozide, and Haldol, I think, yes.
How many drugs in total do you think they prescribed you during that period? Like
During-
altogether?
I think during these 2 years, I think I was on 20 different medications. 20.
And then I know because I know your story a little bit. Like, how did you progress from day one in psychiatry to 2 years later? Were you better? Were you worse? Were you the same?
You know, after a while that I decided that I'm not going to take other medication because they totally messed me up and I got really worse. They tapered me in 2 weeks. It was so short and led to have severe withdrawal symptoms. I couldn't bear.
Yes.
I only could tolerate it. It was so new symptom, new kind of anxiety. I wonder what kind of this side effects I have because previous meds I only had health anxiety. It was so clear for me, but this one is totally different. And after that, I got second hospitalization, again polypharmacy, and then my third hospitalization.
What are the hospitals like in Iran? Could you share? I don't want you to re-traumatize yourself, though. If there's anything,
No.
like, stay away from that line. But just can you share for people in the West, because they have no concept of what it would be like to be in a psych ward in a Middle Eastern country? What's it like?
You know, it's so terrible because I have seen many people that they have been told that this medication fixing their chemical imbalance. I have seen the guy, he was hospitalized more than 20 times, and he think that his serotonin should be boosted, and he was on 13 medications, many medication, and he wasn't know about the side effects. He had a restless leg, many types of side effects, and all he knows that it was all because of his mental health condition.
His brain.
Yeah, because of this, he was diagnosed with different types of disorders. It was terrible for me. It was so tragic to witness this kind of things. The people suffering with akathisia, from ECT injury, and a lot of different things. And you know, one thing is so weird for me. They are so conscious psychiatrists, and they really want to diagnose you and diseasifies every experience of yourself. They visit me every week and they ask me about how I'm doing. I was feeling angry. Okay, we prescribe lithium. I feel a little bit sad. We prescribe you Zoloft. And I don't feel my emotion. They prescribe Wellbutrin. They don't think about just harm reduction. The only thing that they know is to add another medication.
Well, and Safa, they never asked you why. Like, why do you feel depressed? Is there anything happening in your life that could, that could make you angry? So it was like, pick an emotion and medicate that to suppress the symptom, right?
Exactly. Yeah. After a while, I realized that I'm in the severe bad cycle. I can't get through this because the only thing that they offer is how are you doing, and based on your symptoms, we're going to prescribe you another med. They don't ever ask about my OCD. They only blame it on my OCD. I was in 7 medications, and because I wasn't aware, I couldn't analyze things logically. I wanted to only get some relief from the side effects, and I just
Of course.
trusted them. You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
just. I'm so regret that I couldn't access the internet because they said you have OCD. Please don't read about the side effects. But I
Oh my
wish I
God.
could do that. I wish I could do that.
Yeah. It's terrible. So, everyone I meet has like a waking up moment. So, what was the moment that you realized I can't do this anymore? They are messing me up, or whatever it was. What was your waking up moment?
Yeah, exactly. It's a really good question. After my first hospitalization, I went to another psychiatrist, and I was a little bit lucky. He reassured me that I don't have bipolar, and he said we can't diagnose it. You don't have a symptoms of bipolar, and you
Hmm.
have. But on the other hand, he said you have resistant treatment, and you have. We can't cure your OCD. We have to add another medication. He pulled me off of all medication at once. He added Paxil and clomipramine. And after 1 month, I was in very, very bad situation. Severe anxiety, severe derealization, a lot of different
Hmm.
symptoms. Some weird symptom I
Yeah.
can't come up with any word to describe it.
Language.
And said, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done with this system. It's totally sabotaging my life, destroyed my life in terms of achieving my goals, in terms of my relationship. I'm not the same person. I really miss my old version of myself. And I said, I really want to be how I'm feeling without the medication. I really wanted to start this journey. And I
Yeah.
only tapered all 2 medication in 2 weeks because I don't have any guideline or any research. After that, I come across with Brooke Sim, and I'm so grateful to meet her. And I asked for
Hmm.
help. He offered me some resources, and that I could find my way to get through it. But it was too late. But I'm so grateful
I
that
know. Yeah.
I have her. And then
Yeah.
he offered, introduced yourself to me, and it
Hmm.
was such a long period. I'm so blessing.
I remember you back then, Safa, because you reminded me of myself. Because obviously there's a spectrum of injury where some people have mild. It's just they feel extra anxious, they have tinnitus, their heart races maybe. And then there's people on the other side where it's intense, suicidal, and more thoughts that are so intense it's life threatening. And you were way over here.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I saw that because I can kind of like put you on the spectrum. Where do I think this person is? Um, how hard was it to get through that? And if you could share, just so people understand, like how bad was it when you were off everything cold turkeyed?
I mean, I don't wish it on the worst human being on the planet. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know uh, how to just exchange my emotions and how to just describe
Hmm.
it. It belongs to another planet, really. It's on
Yes.
beyond the words to describe it. It's in the most severe inhuman experience in the world that you can experience. It's
Hmm.
like you put yourself in a science fiction movie. You can't connect with people around you. You can't feel any emotion. 24/7 racing intrusive thoughts, racing unwanted thoughts from your childhood memories till now, and everything was messed up. You can't think clearly, and you are facing with a lot of different neuro emotions. Everything's come back with in very severe mood. My organic OCD was totally different from with this.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like asteroid compared to my organic OCD, and it
Yes.
was terrible. I had the most severe mental symptoms that it was unbelievably challenging. It's a miracle that I'm alive. I really
Yeah.
owe to you,
It really.
and
I worried about you, Safa,
I
because
know, I know.
I would see you and then you would go. And then I would hear you say things like, Angie, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm going to have to go back on meds. And then you entertain that. And then you're like, but I can't go back on meds because look what they did to me. But you were definitely like top 5% of worst case scenario. like worst of the worst of the worst symptoms. Hyperarousal, hypervigilance, like those words don't even touch it. Honestly, it's like you are on another planet and you woke up in a horror film and you are running for your life with a murderer chasing you.
Yeah.
Like it's that level.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I have people like that, which is, some people think I'm the worst case scenario. I'm like, no, you haven't. No, there's another level, even higher and higher, where you can't even sign into Zoom to talk. Like you can't even say a word out of your mouth. It can be that bad for some people. And you were definitely up there. But I did see that you were trying to figure this out and you were learning and you had your wits about you and you knew how threatening this was. So can you tell us, how did you get through the worst of the worst of the worst part?
Uh, I was watching to give you the vivid explanation. I have to clarify that I was watching one of your videos. You said, I really want to quote this. I fought every single minute of my life to get through all the symptoms. I was in survival mode 24/7, and I had this terrible OCD thoughts, racing thoughts that what if I reinstate and get worse, and what if, and there was a storm with a lot of different symptoms, and I don't know. I'm about to cry because you're like
Cry.
yeah.
You're allowed to cry. Please
No,
cry.
I don't want because you did me a very severe, very huge, compassionate form of favor. I don't know how to describe it because when I was in your sessions, it was like severe help for me. Huge help. Sorry, it was so helpful for me to find my way and get validation, get a lot of different lessons from your sessions, and that you explained this brain injury in very great way, and all those can help me to just manage my symptoms and be with my symptoms, don't interpret my symptoms. And because I had a background of OCD and this kind of OCD was terrible, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I hope one day I can return the favor because it was in Iran. And
You're returning the favor now by sharing your
no,
story.
thank you.
Because other people are going to hear it.
Now, I
Yeah.
really bother you. I'm so sorry because
No, it's okay. I knew you might say that. Because when people are in that state, as many of you have been or are, even an inch of that state, you don't have to be full level, but you will tend to like message people constantly, like, please tell me I'm going to be okay. Like, oh my God, here's my symptoms. You're very frantic. People chase their family members around the house. Like, tell me I'm going to be okay. Please tell me. And you get very desperate and needy, and we handled it and you got through it. And then I remember you would come back and say, Angie, I'm better. And then I know, because I'm a coach who works with this, sometimes you have a window and then whoop, you go right back in.
Yeah.
So was it like that for you for a while? Like, let's talk about your recovery process. Like, what did that look like? Your worst of your worst, how long did it last? And then like, what happened to come out of it?
I think it was on the one hand it was inhuman experience. It was such a challenging and tough experience. But on the other hand, I know what it feels like to recover. It's one of the best experience can someone have, because all of those mechanism actions of the brain shut down, and suddenly you get all of them, and you reach some appreciation that you can't get it from anything from the world.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to someday to get a prize in my field, but right now I really want to get recovered because it's so amazing for me, and I'm just struggling to have one more window, because now I know what it feels like to be alive, to be a human in this world. And I only had 5 minutes window all the 18 months, but I'm really grateful to just had it one, because now I know what I like, what I have to do, and I found my way. I'm so functional. I'm on military service. I'm doing my research, and
Wait, explain that so people know what you do. Because your English is so good. Tell them why it's so good.
No, it's not.
Because I know why. But
I'm,
it is good.
because I'm so perfectionist and I try to reach all the, try to use my all capacity and all the resources. For example, in protracted withdrawal, I read a lot of articles, read many videos, and it was so helpful for me. And my research related to health psychology or educational psychology, focusing on intrinsic motivation and psychological needs. And I wrote one paper. I tried to get applied to continue my education PhD in United States. But it's my dream. I'm making plan to one day I achieve this goal. And it's so rewarding for me.
Praying for you to get that, because I think you would be an excellent PhD candidate in the United States for sure. Especially with all your experience, like it's more than education, it's more than a PhD in withdrawal.
Yes. May I say something?
Oh my gosh. Please.
I think I have watched your documentary Medicating Normal for more than 100 times. I don't exaggerate. I really, it was like me. I was watching myself in your story. It was so validating and it was so extraordinary, a great source for even psychiatrists and patients. It was wonderful. And thanks for sharing your videos in terms of mental symptoms. It was so productive, and how can I say, it was the only source that we had. And
we only have each other. I think we only have each other.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And people tell me, I listen to your videos all night, and I say, I don't care what you have to do. Stay alive, no matter what.
Sure.
No matter what.
And I like the style of your coaching, that you don't offer any specific magic bullets or any kind of, therapy that can suit for someone. You just listening is very, very good. And just having this, I was watching your eyes, that it was so vivid that you have this sympathy feeling that you have, and you were just watching and listening to me. It was wonderful. And
thank you.
It was the only thing I needed, because every time I emailed you that I really wanted to reassure, I know you are so busy, but you every time you answered me back, and that was amazing.
Oh, thank you. You make my heart full when you say that. Thank you so much. Okay, so tell people how you recovered. What happened in those 18 months? How far off are you now?
18 months.
18 months. So what was it like? Like, how was the hard part? What has happened in the last 18 months? Like, how do you feel now compared to when I saw you at your worst? Because it was really bad.
Yeah, exactly. At first, I was dealing with lots of different symptoms, but after a while, and I didn't taper. To give you the good news to others, you have a great chance of avoiding protracted withdrawal by hyperbolic tapering and microdosing. I didn't taper, and I was in many medications. Don't worry about. You are not going to experience this kind of severe symptoms. Yes. And at first, my anxiety was so high. I was hijacked with my anxiety and akathisia palpitations.
I think anxiety is not the right word, though. I would say terror.
Yeah,
like,
terror. Yeah.
It's like 100 out of 100 when you begin, right? So what would you say it is now? On a scale of 100.
My anxiety completely gone, but I'm having severe anhedonia. This is right now my worst symptom is anhedonia. I don't feel anything, but I'm functional. I'm so functional. I'm so hopeful. I have a great relationship with my parents right now. They totally understand me after all that happened to me.
Wow.
And
do they believe you that this is from the medication?
Yeah. I showed many videos, but I translate at the same time. But the problem we have in our community, the sources are so few and so limited. And that's why we can't describe this situation to our friends or family members.
Well, I think in other countries they have an added difficulty, because unless you Google in English or something, you won't find our communities. How did you find Brooke?
On Instagram. On Instagram, I was searching about the psychiatry and this kind of things. I come across with his book, and I sent
Wow.
her a message, and he answered me very kindly.
Wow. So you found it like through Instagram. Yeah, other people, other countries tell me that unless you Google in English, you access some kind of Google that's American, they can't find anything in their home country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
so bad.
So then people on Twitter, the psychiatrists on Twitter say this only exists in Western countries. And I'm like,
Oh
no, it
my
actually
God.
exists
No,
everywhere.
no.
That's what they say. That's their argument. No, because so they're trying to say that it's a what do they call it? A culture bound illness. So
Mhm.
which means it's only like anorexia is found more in Mexico, United States, and Canada because it's like culturally created um, based on our context.
Yeah,
It's not really like a disease entity that lives in people.
yeah.
But no, I assure you, it's in every country. I have probably 80 countries represented in my notes, all over the world.
Yeah,
A lot.
exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
um, so what do you think? Okay, so yeah, take me through. So, Anhedonia, I want to talk about this really quick. Did you experience sexual side effects on the drugs and off? What was that like for you? We are trying
Yeah,
to start
on
bringing
the
that up a bit
drugs,
more.
yeah, on the drugs, I had this sexual dysfunction uh, for a for a while, but after
Hmm.
that, I only have it for. I just feel it. I perceived it very little, and unfortunately, I didn't develop PSSD, but I developed protracted withdrawal with a lot of different symptoms.
Yeah. So, like with the anhedonia, that's like the least thing that you're thinking about. Akathisia, you can't feel anything other than that, you
Yeah,
know?
at first,
Yeah.
every single stress triggers all my symptoms. I couldn't handle normal stresses in my life.
Yeah.
It was like catastrophizing over catastrophizing everything. It's
Yeah.
my mother called me, and I was thinking about murdering and this kind of thing. Every single things was signaling in my mind that it's going to be to face with a severe and very bad experience. It was
Yes.
totally terrible at first, but after a while I could handle that. My symptoms got a little bit better,
More
and
manageable.
right now I have many symptoms right now, but I'm functional. Hopefully,
Yes.
I'm in
Amazing.
military service.
I know, I love it. He was like, I can only meet on Saturday because I'm in the military. I was like, yay!
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Okay, so what about OCD? Because a lot of people talk to me and they get very concerned about, is this me? Is this mental illness? Is this really my OCD? Do I need to treat it? Can you take me through what did you think about your original diagnosis and what to do about it now that you cannot take medications because they hurt you so bad?
Yeah, really, that's a really great question. Thanks for asking. I mean, OCD. First of all, when my OCD got worse, I was researching and reading many pages, therapists, many software from OCD. It was a little bit helpful at the first because of knowing that many people have this condition and they're dealing with it. But after a while, I found myself that was surrounded with a lot of different people talking about OCD over and over and over again. My weekend is
Hmm.
going to be like this. They kind of make it very, very difficult for people that so are sensitive and they have OCD. Many therapists, they're going to say OCD is going to like this, ruin your life. I highly recommend people to don't follow many things about OCD. Just read a little bit about the mechanism action. It's so simple. You can't just resist your compulsions, mental compulsion, pure OCD with ERP, exposure response prevention therapy, and you can do it on your own. And
Yes.
but don't worry because my psychologist say me if you don't take medication you are going to develop psychosis. And after 2 weeks of taking
No.
Prozac, I was
I did develop psychosis. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I was
Oh my
hospitalized.
God.
I was
Yeah.
really thinking about being hospitalized, and after medication, I got hospitalized. Not by my organic OCD. Don't worry about. Just please have this right mindset about OCD. I know it's totally hard. It's so difficult to deal with it, but have the right mindset that, okay, I have anxiety, okay, I have depression. What is the root cause? Because for the last 6 months, I was doing compulsions, safety behaviors, and I have to reduce it every time. I don't have to react to thoughts. I mean, you explained it very well in some of your video. Melissa Boutelier is a very great source for OCD and the sufferers. We have
Who is it?
Melissa Boutelier.
Melissa Boutelier. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And we have Ali Grayman on YouTube.
I like Sean Kassam. It's Shaan Kassam, Kassam. He runs a program called Bye Bye Panic on YouTube. All his videos are free. He talks all about OCD, anxiety, like those compulsions are an avoidance from the feeling. And
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of people that are in protracted withdrawal and they have some of those tendencies and they use some of these great techniques. The Dare app, Curable app, Pain Free You, the Steady Coach, Life with Kate, Mindful Gardener. It's all the same thing. And here it is. I'm going to tell you in a nutshell. You have to study your own self and your own symptoms and get a new relationship and react differently than you have in the past. Okay? So let me tell you what that does. If you have a car and it has black smoke coming out of the tailpipe, do you just put a cap on the tailpipe or do you look for where the smoke is coming from?
Yeah.
Okay? If you see oil dripping, do you just wipe the oil drip off and continue to let it drip, or do you like go seek where is the drip coming from? So a lot of these things, the people don't want to hear this. They want a quick fix. Give me a pill and make it go away. Okay? But that's the equivalent of putting a cap on your tailpipe. You have to go to the source, and usually it's this. It's you have this enormous amount of anxiety inside of your body and it scares you, and to avoid that feeling you do things in the outside world. And once you can go to the side of it, you can figure out the danger signal and you can sit with it compassionately and you can choose to act differently. It dissolves on its own. And that works for anxiety, OCD, just your thoughts. Stop believing all your thoughts. Like there's more to it, okay? But that's a simplified way of explaining how people that I work with and how I worked through my own stuff. It's an inside job. And a lot of people are scared of the inside. But that's where the true healing comes from. It's not from pills and talking about it and going to therapies and doing 12 sessions of EDMDR to get rid of how you feel. That's not how it works, actually. So the system has completely led us away from ourselves.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. You're spot on, and exactly. I totally agree.
And we have to learn that hard lesson. It's a hard lesson to learn. Like, nobody's going to cure me. I have to heal myself.
Exactly. And you know how the story and storyteller, the officials, I mean, before starting medication, I was taught that this medication are going to treat or cure my OCD. I didn't know they were just masking my symptoms. That's why I took medication, because I have the wrong mindset. Because I think because this kind of intrusive thoughts, because of low serotonin, that's led me to start medication. If I had this right mindset and someone told me that they're going to only mask your symptoms and there's adverse effects, side effects, and protracted withdrawal, I wouldn't start medication. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what is your OCD like now? Has it worked itself out? Do you still have tendencies? Are you working through it? How does it feel right now?
I think this kind of OCD, as I told, is totally different from organic OCD. This is
You still know this is withdrawal related.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
who you are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching all the mechanism, all the emergent phenomenon of what happens in my brain as me, and all of them are brain injury. That's my mindset for 70 months. Sorry, 7 or 8 months after I met you, and it really worked out for me, really.
Because let me clarify, you told yourself, I know this is not who I was before taking the medications. And I know that medication made this worse, and withdrawal of cold turkey even made it worse. So you related to it not as, oh my God, this is a mental illness, I need to be back on my medications, but you related to it like, This is a temporary brain injury that is going to recover, and I need to stay alive, and I need not to react to everything that's happening inside of my head, and I will get through it, and I will get better. Maybe I don't believe that, but Angie knows that people get better. She got better. I see Brooke got better. There's other people, thousands of people that have gotten better, not by way of immense suffering. So I just need to hang on. Is that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
What else?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you finished. Please say something.
I mean, many people, I had the same experience that millions of what if thought comes to me. What if I can't get to recover? What if this happened? What if that happened? What if? It's so annoying, and sometimes you're going to give up. It's totally fine. It's totally normal to have very bad days, bad waves, or action you did in the past because of this injury. It's totally fine. You have to forgive yourself, because I was feeling really regret, and I was angry about the system, and mostly angry about my decisions. Why I took that medication that leads to have this kind of problems. I couldn't forgive myself. Acceptance is very, very important. I know at first it's like grieving process. Do you agree? It's like a
Yes, we talk about that all the time. It's the 5 stages of grief, because you bargain, like, why did this happen to me? Who did it? Who's put the blame? And then you kind of act like, no, this is not happening. And then you get really angry, and then you get really sad, and then you can bounce back and forth all over the place until you finally come. I don't even say come to terms, because you can't. Like, I still grieve. It's not big like it was for you right now. But I still grieve. Like, I lost years of my life that I will never get back, that nobody's apologized for, that nobody has given me any money. Like, for all the money, 18 years of disability that I lost, my military career that I lost, my marriage, like my sexuality, everything. And we call that disenfranchised. Well, you too, I know. Disenfranchised grief, because you don't get anything, and the society doesn't even recognize what's happened to you. And you're just kind of out here like a sheet in the wind, is what we say in the United States. Like, no, a sailboat with no curtain to, like, sail you through to the other side. You're just kind of out here, and you went through this experience that really people around you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. And you're asking philosophical question about everything. You've become more conscious about your surrounding, and everything matters to you. And for me, it was like that. And
yeah,
I mean, it was. I'm not saying that it was not the worst experience of my life, but I found myself better. I'm so conscious about myself. I know what are my weakness points. I know it was totally very risky experience. Very
yes, life or death for you, I think.
Yeah, life and death experience. But you can't believe. Before starting medication, I go to many doctors because I had health anxiety. I go to many specialists, but right now I'm 1 million times worse. But I'm more functional.
You're like, I'm not going to the hospital no matter what.
I'm more functional than past, because I have the same mindset. Vulnerability, it's very good. I think vulnerability makes you more powerful. You don't have to be perfect. Everything should be organized, or this kind of thing. Sometimes you need to lose your mind in order to get your mind. It's very important for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, can you share with everyone, because this is a progress story. You're not 100% better, and nor do you need to be, okay, but you're getting there. You are so much better than when I first met you. So can you share with people, what are you looking forward to? Do you have hope now? Have you seen evidence of healing? What keeps you going to get you to the finish line?
Sure. I mean, I have a lot of motives. I really wanted to help other people by bringing awareness, by creating my own videos, or maybe I have to think about it to make it in a very best way. But because it's so isolating, it's so annoying experience, I really want to, how can I help? I can do anything for other people, because they need help. They need more validation, and I have another things to do in my life. There are a lot of things has been left. Do you have the same feeling that after your protracted withdrawal, you're like, wake up after 1 million years of sleeping. I
Yes.
think
Yes.
it was like I was under anesthesia, this kind of thing.
Well, and like you didn't even know that you were. I just think, okay, wait, so what you're hinting at is before the medications, you were even asleep to the world
Yeah,
and to
yeah,
life. And then you get
exactly.
put on the medications, and then you're even more asleep, but you didn't even see that you fell asleep
Yeah,
even deeper.
yeah,
And now you wake up even more, like you live more zestfully, you care about what's around you, you care about other people in a different way than you ever did before, right?
totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree. I
yeah,
feel the same way.
yeah,
I feel the same. And it doesn't go away, Safa. I hope you know. It doesn't go away. Like, if anything, I feel more sensitive and I have to be careful with that. It's like a superpower. Like,
yeah,
I feel other people's emotions. I understand homeless people, for instance, more,
yeah,
or people with
exactly.
severe mental illness. I see things,
Yeah,
everything is a little different now, you know?
yeah, that really makes sense. Yeah, I have the exactly same mindset. I think about many bad things happening in the world, all those suffering and pain, and I care a lot about them. I don't know, because
Yeah.
we just become injured because of that, or and before that I was so
You're just, I
sensitive.
also think you're more in tune. You're just
Yeah,
more in tune with the world and you're more awake, more aware. It's not a bad
yeah,
thing. It's just, it can be painful sometimes because we feel things deeper than
very
ever,
deeper. Yeah,
you know?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you just some of your views. How did your ideas about psychiatry change? What do you think about it now?
It has totally changed my mindset and my uh, history about psychiatry and the system that totally, I think, is corrupted, because many of the studies are funded by pharmaceutical companies. And I
Hmm.
mean, I was trusted them, my whole family, and at the time I was thinking that they know what they're doing. They add lithium, okay, there should be some equation, there should be some mechanism, this kind of things. After a while, I
Hmm.
realized that they don't know anything about the mental health conditions, anything about OCD, and
That's
they
true.
they just blaming
Would you
all.
agree with me? Would you agree with me, Safa? Me and Brooke were talking about this last weekend. Like, the more I do this, the more I'm convinced that the only people that can really truly help you heal from something are people that have gone through it themselves and have done
100%.
the inner work. Okay, it's not going to an expert who has no personal experience with your condition. Their ideas about it actually are wrong and take you further away from fixing it. Like,
100%.
CBT for PTSD does not work. Okay, CBTI for insomnia might work for some people sometimes. Like, it just depends. Um, but like this anxiety recovery ERP, things that like survivors themselves have put into writing and teachings, that's the stuff that actually works. And
Yeah,
being on the drugs would not let me heal from what I was going through. Like, it kept
exactly.
me from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% agree. And when you go to psychologist, because you don't know what is going on and you're freaking
Mm.
out, you have many symptoms, you're trusted them. And because they
Yeah.
never admit that they don't have any speciality in this field. They really
Right.
want to try hard and do other therapies, I don't know, deep EMDR, CBT, ERP,
Yeah.
without,
Yeah.
it's just listening to your client. Listening, it's very, very important.
Yeah.
And
It's
just
funny you say
sometimes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
sometimes just giving validation and listening carefully, it's the only thing that I wanted. I didn't
You
get it
didn't want
for
anybody to
myself.
fix you. Yeah, fix you or tell you what's broken about you. It was just, you just needed validation and care and support and love, really.
Yeah,
It wasn't that
exactly.
hard,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. I said that in the film about all those years on medications, and nobody ever said it could be the medications. Like, not one person said that. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah,
me,
exactly.
you know?
I
Wow.
think, uh, frankly speaking, I really wanted to share this. You're one of the most powerful women I have,
Oh,
or human being I have ever seen in my life, because
thank you.
I just I just thinking about your situation, and mine was million times was better than yours, and
Thank
and
you.
I
Wow.
was done, but you were so powerful, so strong, so I don't know what to say. Sorry, my English is not perfect.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. No, thank you. I understand you
Because
100%.
you're kind of resemble for me. Every time I got hopeless, I think about your story and how you're being an inspiration source for millions of people around the world. Really,
Thank you.
I think your word is so valuable. It's so rewarding, and
Thank
nothing just feeling the emotion right now. Sorry.
No, I feel it too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because, I put a lot of videos out in YouTube and I talk to a lot of suffering people, but I don't always hear how that impacted people because then they get better, they just go away. So I feel like sometimes I just put things out there and I go live my life and I don't really get to see the impact of it. But so thank you that you shared that with me. I took that in completely, that I impacted your life. And that's why I do it. I don't want anybody to feel how lonely I felt going through it, you know. Now I'm going to cry.
Okay, so
Thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you.
yeah,
I
it's
like
okay.
crying out. I don't try to medicate that away. I cry
Yeah,
with joy.
yeah. That's totally normal. That's not a
Yes!
chemical imbalance.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah,
There's
it's
something right
totally
with me that I can feel my feelings now
yeah,
after years of not
sure.
being able to feel them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I like to end on hope. If you can share with the audience any hope for them who might be suffering the way that you did, your own hope, what would you share?
I mean, hope is the most strong emotion or feeling that we have. Only things that pull us forward. And uh, I know sometimes you can't just be hopeful. It's so hard. It's kind of unbelievable or not plausible. It's totally normal. Just give it a time. And I know when you get through this, you will become the best version of yourself. I was worried first, I'm not going to be my old self. That was right. I'm better. I'm better. Really, I'm deep down. I'm feeling better. I know I have racing thoughts, anhedonia, but I'm satisfied with my life more than before medication. And I I really pray for all of you that you're suffering. It's unfair and it's totally you don't deserve this, but you will get through this 100%. I'm really sure about this. I'm totally so much hopeful right now.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Because I think once you witness healing within your own self, you know what the body's capable of doing. Not that that's not to say it's fair or it was right. It should have never happened to any of us. Okay, it was completely unavoidable. But
Yeah,
when you start to witness healing happening in your own body, you just know what the body's capable of, despite how much hope you have, or despite your best attempts to try to get through it. Like, it just does, you know? And some of us, it's taken longer, okay? You are healing faster than I did, for instance.
yeah,
It's just, it takes what it takes, you know? And sometimes you got to go a little deeper and you got to work on some of your pre-existing stuff. Sometimes you don't. It gives you perspective on those pre-existing things. But humans are absolutely resilient. Their spirit is why I do this, because I love watching people regain their mental health and their own bodies and their own autonomy and beauty again and love again. It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So
That's the
thank you for
most.
letting me be a part of your journey. I'm so glad
Thank
we
you.
found each other from across the planet. And I've been to a country next to yours. I have been to Iraq. So
Yeah.
I am familiar with the Middle East a little bit more than I'd like to be. But I'm happy that you made it, Safa.
Thank you very much. I wish you could once travel to our country and meet each other.
I
I
would love to.
I wish it.
But hopefully you get your PhD and you come here
Yeah.
and then I
I'm
don't have to go
trying.
back there.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
do
cross
this.
my fingers for you.
Yeah, sure.
Amazing.
Thanks.
All
Thanks.
right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Safa, for being here. Thank you for sharing your progress story. Maybe you can come back in like a year and tell us what the next year holds. We'll see.
Sure. I'm
Thank you
gonna
so
do
much.
this. Thanks a
All right.
million. Thanks a
Everybody,
million.